Hello, TalkLife. Hope you're having a fantastic week. It's Friday already. I can see that you're enthusiastic about leaving work. It is Friday already. I hope you've had an amazing week. It is miserable here in the UK. Well, actually, I stand corrected. I was on a call and somebody said it's sunny just down the road.
Yeah, 2 hours away, and we've got torrential rain for 5 days running, I think it has been.
Yeah. But it has been a good week at TalkLife HQ. We've had a couple of cool updates. There's a seagull that has given birth just out on the area out there. 2 little seagull chicks, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. They're cute. Have you named them?
I haven't. So I think next door did, though.
Somebody's named them. Yeah. And terrible names.
Yeah.
We called them Mulder and Gully.
I quite like Gully.
I like it. As I said, there's been a big update that's come out today. We had a crash incident this morning in the early hours that has been fixed now. So if you're on Android and you're experiencing crashing, head to the Google Play and grab that update, and it will fix everything you needed to fix. In saying that, couple of updates, couple of update news. For those following the Super Hearts, you probably know this already, but we're removing Super Hearts from your profile. How many Super Hearts do you have now?
Well, it was strange because before we removed them, I had none, but now you can't see how many I've got. I've got thousands.
Thousands of Super Hearts?
I don't know, they like my last comment.
Okay.
Still, I'm at 0.
0. We just didn't want people to game the system or to build a profile off of having Super Hearts, and I think this is a really nice change. You'll still be able to see the Super Hearts people give you on your own profile. You just won't be able to see them on others. And I think that was more the meaning behind Super Hearts, is we wanted to use them in comments to say, hey, that's an awesome comment. You've gone over and above. I'm going to give you my 1 Super Heart per month. So I really like that change. We're also making some changes to the anonymous posting. If you haven't been keeping up to date on that, now you won't be able to tag people in anonymous posts, anonymous posts, and you also won't be able to post anonymously without approval if you're brand new, or if you have a high flag. If you've been flagged a lot of times and you're a potential troll, you'll need to have your posts approved through anonymous. Ever done any trolling?
Maybe back in the day.
Did you want to tell us about that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Any bullying? No. Online bullying? No. I don't know why you troll. I can see the appeal to having a quick laugh. When I was a kid, I used to prank radio stations, and I used to prank people.
Wasn't prank cool?
No, like talkback radio. I used to call in with different voices, and I'd create controversial topics just to get them fired up on air.
Could we get an example of some of these voices?
No. No, not at all, in case there's a recording out there somewhere of me. But there used to be a talkback person in Australia, I forget his name, and he used to lose the plot. Like, he used to just start screaming on air, and all of our friends would listen at the same time, and it was whoever could. The entire calls that he had were just us with different voices, and putting out controversial topics that we knew he'd bite and nibble at.
So that's kind of trolling.
It's talkback trolling. Pretty sure it's still a genre. The only other updates we have to report, and I'm not going to focus too much on this today because I think there's lots to talk about in the updates over the next couple of weeks. But we're also changing the boost tokens, how you earn boost tokens, and some people have been gaming the boost tokens and they've got a lot of boost tokens, and that's not what they're about either. We want good quality content being boosted and removing some of the lesser quality posts as well from being boosted. So that's a quick update. But yeah, we're on the couch. I haven't introduced my guests here today, so you know Steve already.
Hello, everyone.
And Kathy, welcome. Welcome to the TalkLife Lounge, or swivel chairs.
Yeah, swivel chairs. Not really a couch, is it?
Tell us in favourite box set, what you were doing before this and what you do in your spare time.
Okay, so favourite book set ever, I'm going to have to go with Gossip Girl. What did I do before I came here? Before I joined, I worked in tax and accountancy for a big accountancy firm. And what was the other one? Spare time. I help out on my local brownie group. That's like Girl Scouts if you're American. And I also enjoy doing yoga and fitness classes.
What? So brownies, what is it?
So it's a group for 7 to 10-year-old girls, and we do all sorts of things like crafts, baking,
That's cool.
going out and helping the community, sports, all sorts of things, and they can earn badges.
Ooh. So,
Scouts.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for girls.
Okay. Do they ever combine them?
No.
Okay.
No, they've got
Brownie Scouts.
quite a fierce rivalry.
Have they really?
No.
So in the US they do. So the US has they sell cookies and stuff to
Yeah.
raise money, don't they?
They
Yeah.
don't do that here.
They don't do brownies.
No.
They do.
Feels like an appropriate market.
They do a thing in the Cubs, which is the Young Scouts here when we were younger, called Bob a Job, which basically you went like. It sounds crazy, but you would have to go around to your neighbours' houses and do some work, maybe clean a car or do some gardening.
You're going to say you have to go around to your neighbours and do a bobber job. It's like
that. I didn't name them, but yeah, you get some money and you raise it doing that way. So you've got to do some work. So it's similar to maybe making some lemonade or something for your neighbours.
Nice. I feel like the brownies is a market that you should be pushing into. Imagine the brownies selling brownies.
As long as you're expecting them just to sell them and not bake them.
You could bake.
Because I think the baking could be
And then if
disastrous.
Cubs had to sell Cubs, that'd be a difficult produce to try and
Should.
get hold of.
Yeah, poach those things. We're going to go through some of your posts, and actually you've got a post up with some
Yeah,
questions.
so I
haven't
had a post up with some questions.
you?
So I think
Fire some questions at us.
Yeah, so we had, why is this app lagging so much?
Just throw a punch.
I'm just going for the first one.
Throw a punch.
That question was from Curse, wanting to know.
Any issues like that, go to the support desk, support at talklife.co, and the engineer teams might ask you a couple of extra questions and they can look at it. I believe there was an existing issue with an older version of TalkLife. If you uninstall it and reinstall it, it can fix some of that lag issue, and you'll have the latest version from Google Play as well. So yeah, check that out. Is there a nicer question or anything?
We've got a comment here from Azrael who's saying, don't forget my merch idea. So we've got some ideas from him around some merch that we could consider.
Can we elaborate on don't forget my merch idea? How would we know about his merch idea?
So I think he's commented again, and he suggested maybe some hoodies with some slogans to make people smile, when you walk past them, saying things like smile or will you smile for me. So,
Sweet.
Some good positive
like
merch suggestions there.
If you have an idea on quality merch that you want to see, I know Represent and I know some of the other Fan Fiber and platforms like that, but actually the hoodies are pretty crap. I mean, that's not a Fan Fiber hoodie.
Whoa.
But I mean, the quality is pretty crap, and you're paying like $30 for a hoodie that's pretty average. If you have a merch company that you like to buy from, we can do some designs that are really cool. We can do some snapbacks and some the rubber bracelets and things like that are really cool.
You've got around 10,000 grey t-shirts you need to ship, don't you?
If you want a great t-shirt, I can do you a deal. I can do you a great deal. No, but seriously, we need some merch refresh.
Yeah.
Some refresh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything else?
A Shoulder to Cry has suggested maybe providing the option to copy messages in the inbox.
Can you not copy messages? I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can copy messages. I'm just going to check, but I'm pretty sure you can just hold down or deep press.
Maybe it's not.
Okay. My messaging is turned off, but I'll check it out, and if we can. Actually, we've got an awesome feature coming to messaging in the next update next week where you can choose to press enter to send. So rather than enter bringing it down a line, you can just press the enter key, which will send, and that will be in your settings, similar to WhatsApp as well. Anything else?
I've got one from Princess Hattak.
Princess Hattak.
When a woman says nothing, what does it really mean? I'd like to know the answer to that too, actually.
Well, it depends on what the question is. Depends on if you're yelling at them from across the road or not. If they're just running off in the distance and they just say nothing. What does that mean?
Get away from me.
They could just be deaf.
They could be deaf. Yeah, they could be hearing
There might just
impaired.
be nothing wrong with them.
They might just not want to respond. I mean, there's lots. I mean, it depends. Which approach are we taking here? Is this a dating question? Because if you're at a date, then yeah, it's awkward. If you're sitting there and you're like, so.
Ari's responded with, "I had enough of your BS and I need 27 mugs of coffee." I think that's more my wife's response to it when she says nothing to me. Please don't let her see this video.
I mean, there's all sorts of reasons people don't respond. Not everyone is going to like you. Don't worry about it. Move on. There are plenty of people out there who do want to talk, I would say, as well.
I've got another one from Dada. What's your power source? The thing making you go on with your life, your strength point?
I like Dada, and she's been around TalkLife for how long? Can you click on her profile? A long time, I think. Just over a year. Very cool. Your power source, what goes you on? What keeps you going?
Yeah.
It's a cool question.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
What do you think?
My power source is probably having time, like reflection time. I like to kind of have that time to kind of allow my body, I guess, and my mind to rejuvenate and move on.
No, I hear you. I think mine's when I get in from work or I've been out busy over the weekend, it's that 10-15 minutes when you have some time to relax and reflect and pull yourself back together again, especially if you're quite excitable. I like good stuff.
Yeah. I think if you're doing something you're passionate about as well, that can always recharge the batteries. Make sure you're doing things you like. And
Yeah, definitely.
I used to have this old business coach, and he talk about, he broke things down into like 5s, 10s, and 15s. The 5s being like the daily have a coffee or something you enjoy doing each day, and you had to do a certain amount of 5s every day. The 10s were slightly bigger, so they might be things like go out for a meal with someone you love, or watch a show with someone you love, or a movie, or so on. And then the 15s were bigger again, and they were like you had to do 1 a week. And the whole thing was about this black belt of the mind approach, where recharging the batteries and mixing it all up in the day. So I don't know, maybe write down a list of things you enjoy and yeah, what recharges you. Any cool comments there?
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, I've gone on to the next one.
Okay. That's a cool question, actually. I really like it.
I agree with you, though. I think, and then the other piece for me is just having a belief and passion in something as well that keeps you energized.
Yeah, brownies.
Yeah, there are some good suggestions though from the community on there as well. We've got Passion for Chaos by Dreams of Azathoth, Hope, Dream and Food by Princess Hatake. Someone else has suggested their nephews, so I guess family members sometimes are also your power source. A visualization.
That's cool.
All sorts of things. So yeah, there's lots of suggestions there if anyone's looking for an idea of what their power source should be.
I have a question or a post by Libby. It's 1:30 a.m. I have swollen tonsils, ear infection, annoying cough, and when I get into a coughing fit, I tend to vomit and a fever. Not to mention I was sick only a few weeks before that I got a chest infection. Get better, Libby. It's 1:30 though. Turn off your phone. I know you're feeling sick, but you'll be much better sleeping. When I'm sick, chicken soup, not at 1:30 in the morning. It depends on what's wrong with you. But
are you drinking it or bathing in it?
Bathing. 1:30 in the morning. I take a flask to bed. What do you do when you're feeling sick?
I have Manuka honey, which is an expensive way to do it, but I don't have it straight up.
Manuka.
I mix it with whiskey and have a thing called a hot toddy, which is that helps me out.
It's cool. Do you do anything when you're feeling?
I just make sure that I drink lots of fluids, really. Maybe especially like orange juice or something with vitamin C or maybe the odd Barocca, that kind of thing. Keep my vitamins up.
Good. Sana wrote, "You're so close to victory, don't you dare give up now." Cool. I like it. Motivating. And you're always, that's, when you look back, the whole small stone thing, stone by stone, step by step, and then you look back and you've climbed a mountain. Rah! That whole thing? Is it like they say, take a step at a time and then little tiny pebbles going along, and then you look back and you realize that you've actually conquered Everest?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, Everest. I get you. Yeah.
Got one here. It's Neutral Heart's birthday today, so I think it's a
happy birthday!
Happy birthday from all of us here.
Whose birthday?
Neutral Heart 7.
Wow! Happy birthday, Neutral Heart. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and a good weekend ahead.
I've got no idea. What's your dream job?
I'd love to be a pilot, but I think it'd be pretty boring. I think
Commercial pilot?
Yeah, I think for like a day, I'd like to be a pilot. Just to fly a plane. Not like a small plane, a passenger plane. I want to fly a passenger plane for a day.
So that's not a job that you just want
Just want to do one day.
Yeah, it's more of an experience, but it could be a job. Like you could work your way up and then do it for a day and then bail. Although you wouldn't want to bail halfway through the flight. I'm done. Bored.
Remind me never to get on a plane that's been piloted by doing it.
That would be the problem, is I would just bail halfway through. So, dream job, I guess. What you're doing is your dream.
Yeah, I can't see past that. Can't see past
me
that.
neither.
Good answer.
Working at TalkLife, dream job.
You're 4 days in or 5 days in, so be careful.
There was a touch of sarcasm there.
Yeah, I will. Should we just keep filming over here now? Can we edit her out? I've got one here from Adam Chase, who looks brand new to TalkLife. Welcome, Adam. Welcome. He said, I just need someone to talk to. Yeah. Welcome to TalkLife. I mean, that's what TalkLife is all about.
Of it.
Yeah.
You will find someone to talk to.
You definitely will find someone to talk to.
There's congratulations in order. Daniel has said, she said yes. And a picture of a ring.
Congratulations,
Fantastic.
Daniel.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. That's awesome. We might do a couple more and then we're going to call it quits for today.
Angie Barnwell has said, I want to visit India soon.
Cool.
I've been to India once and I want to go back. It's an incredible country.
Whereabouts?
I flew into Mumbai and then I went down the west coast. I hired a motorbike and drove down a lot of the west coast.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. But it's such a vast country. You don't get to see very much of it with 2 weeks there.
So is it as densely populated as you'd expect?
I was only on the coast, down by the beaches and things, so it was it was beautiful. The people are so welcoming and the food's incredible.
Interesting question. If you could only go, and leave your comments down below, and while you're there, if you like these things, give us a thumbs up or subscribe or thumbs down or do whatever you want to do. I know you will anyway, but give us a thumbs up. If you had to live in one spot for the rest of your life, like within a 10 by 10 spot, where would that be?
Would it really matter if you're only allowed in a 10 by 10 spot?
Well, you can make it what you want. You can have a nice view.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Back up the top of Everest or somewhere.
Mine would be something that incorporated the coastline.
Good.
That would be where my 10 would go.
A particular coast, or?
Probably the south coast of England.
Wow.
Because I like the changes in seasons, and I like
the changes in seasons in England. Yes, raining and miserable and miserable.
There's something great about watching a storm roll in, though, from the coast.
True. Do you actually get that here, though?
Yeah. Mine would be in the Alps.
Ooh,
with a nice, beautiful loch during the summer, nice greenery, and then in the winter you get the snow falling at the same time, so you get to see proper seasons. Amazing.
Mine would be 5 minutes away from him, just so I could spend eternity with him. Like, hey Steve,
you just destroyed the Alps for me.
You might want to change your location quickly.
Steve,
I've learned to play trumpet.
Yeah. Welcome to my 10 by 10. I hope you have an amazing weekend, whatever it is you're doing. Thank you so much for all the new patrons this month. If you haven't seen, we've just pushed 7 brand new covers to your profiles. I really like them. We've also put a brand new Pride highlight. It's Pride Month. That's up in the app now as well. You can use it for free, and that's in there. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting our community, for being awesome, and just generally, we know that it's not easy to financially back anything, so we thank you so much for your ongoing support. And yeah, can't thank you enough. Keep the merch ideas coming through. Keep your ideas coming through. And yeah, thanks. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.